John Burnett.
And I'm David Buckhalter.
And we are two brothers keeping it real. Now, today we're going to talk about the David Project. Most of y'all might not know about the David Project, but we're going to talk a little bit and share a little bit about ourselves. And we'll go from there. And we see where it goes. A lot of times when people talk, more things come out. So while I'm sitting here, David, tell me a little bit about yourself, or beginning of your journey when it comes to the David Project. How was that birthed? Where did it come from?
Well,
and tell us a little bit about yourself. Where did you come from?
Well,
keep it real.
I'm 50 years old. I was born in Indianapolis, Indiana. I've lived in Georgia and California, New York, and Indiana, of course. I've experienced the other side of the tracks. I just say, I've experienced homelessness and drug addiction and many different things that came along with the drug addiction. But the David Project is something that came to me, while I was incarcerated. I've been incarcerated as well.
How long were you incarcerated?
This time I was there 42 days.
42 days? Well, that's not too long.
It was long enough.
Okay.
But it just came to me, and I guess in my dreams, about this place where to benefit, to help people that are trying to get back into society. Who have gone through homelessness, who have lost jobs, who have lost, who have health issues, and just life's issues.
Well, tell me this: how did you in jail make you think of that? Were you thinking about those things before you went into jail?
No, I wasn't. I
shouldn't say in jail. I should say incarcerated. It sounds.
I said the symposium to try and dress it up.
A little brief getaway. Yeah. Okay.
But I just.
Well, tell me, what was that experience like in there? Maybe something experienced.
It was horrific. I don't really want to revisit that right now because it's just. It's not important. It was a horrific experience. It was very depressing. And some days, very trying. The food was nasty. Disgusting, horrible. Just. Something that you would not feed your dog or your ducks. They would not eat it.
Well, when you were there, okay, we hear a lot about that, the jail, the conditions of the jail. But then again, it is jail. If it was like the Carlton or something, we all would want to go there. But yeah, I'm just being funny.
Well, yeah. It is, but it is. It's not meant for you to enjoy it. Because it's not for you to. It's not for you to stay.
Right. That's another thing we had to deal with. You got incarcerated for a brief time. Would you say that it was life changing? How did you benefit from being there?
It was an eye-opening experience.
In what way?
Living in New York was a life-changing experience.
In what way?
Just living in New York, just. Being in a place where, you're all by yourself, you have no real friends, no real people that, you can.
New York is full of people.
Yeah, it's full of people. You're right. But that
don't mean
they're a friend.
Okay, yeah.
Or want to be friends. There are people there that are friendly, and, I did have friends while I was there.
Were you homeless in New York?
Yes, I was homeless.
Well, did you not have a job?
No, I didn't have a job. I was doing drugs.
What made you go to New York?
I needed to get away from Georgia.
Okay. Were you on drugs in Georgia?
Yeah, I was. And so I just needed a change of scenery, a change of venue, a change of everything.
Okay, starting over like.
And yeah.
But you still carry the drug with you.
I still, where you go, you take yourself.
Where you go, you take yourself. That's interesting. All right. So leading up to the incarceration, were you trying to get better?
Oh, I am better. I've been drug free since.
Were you drug free before you went to jail? That's what I'm asking.
Here in Georgia?
Whenever it happened that when you stopped there, are you still using like you were before?
I use marijuana.
Now, is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
I'm talking about the drugs. You said cocaine. Did you mention cocaine?
It was crack.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Did you get into crack in Georgia or in New York?
In Georgia.
In Georgia.
Yeah.
So when you're in New York, you knew basically.
I knew nothing.
But did you have a habit then?
I knew that.
Where did you live while you?
I stayed in different shelters.
Oh, you went to New York to stay in shelters. I
went to New York to live a different life. Sometimes when you in life, when you go to new places, you have to start from scratch. You can't always start in the middle or halfway at the top unless you have the finances to do that. But I needed a change of scenery. I needed a change of, I just needed a change.
Where were you staying while you were in Georgia? Did you have a home in Georgia?
I was staying with friends before I left here.
Okay. Did you ever have a place of your own? Were you always working?
I have had jobs, yeah. I've been on disability since 2005.
Was that before you went to New York?
Yeah. I was in New York in 2010.
Okay.
And I was there for 6 years.
6 years. Mm-hmm. And those 6 years you were on drugs?
No.
Oh. When did you stop using those drugs?
December 13, 2013.
I don't know how long were you in New York during that period? How long? When did you go to New York?
I went to New York in November 2010.
10. And you were addicted all the way up until 2013.
Yeah.
What did you see on the streets of addiction? What does that look like?
It was many different sights on the streets. It was just many different scary things. Fascinating things, horrific things. I say that word a lot because life it can give you some horrific moments. Times and things.
Imagine.
But it was, people just, it's kind of scary, to see people, when you look back on, when I look back on it, to have seen these people, we were all in a different state of conditions. Some people were worse off than others, and,
I see on a lot of the shows that the homeless are portrayed as there's a family unit. Or a community, I should say.
It is sort of a family unit. It is sort of a community because, you stink, I stink, so we can kind of...
So like reach to the fragrance.
We can be around each other.
Okay, but no problem.
You're not doing, you're doing bad, I'm doing bad. So.
Tell me something, in that arena, do they judge each other?
Oh. No.
So you don't have anything. No. They don't deal with the labels and putting others down.
Oh, you stink more than I do now.
Oh man,
your shoes got more holes than mine. There's no comparisons like that.
That is interesting. So I guess everybody, did you learn from being on the streets from others how to survive on the streets?
Yeah.
Did you offer them
if you pay attention and you're aware. Every lesson is not a good lesson.
Oh, okay.
Some lessons are a lesson learned.
Oh,
in other words, you should have left it alone before you started.
So you were on the streets. What were you charged with? What led to you being arrested?
Possession.
Oh, possession of drugs.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay. So you went into jail.
Yeah.
What was that experience like? Were they rough? Did the policemen treat you with respect?
Oh yeah, they treated me with respect. It was just of course it's not like you said. What did you say? What hotel did you mention?
Oh, that could be a Grand Hotel,
right? But it wasn't the Hilton. It wasn't the Hyatt. So you had to do what you had to deal with. What you had to deal with. Everybody's there to survive. You're not there to make a friend. You might run into some. People see people that they knew from out on the street.
Did you ever meet any people that you know personally before getting the streets?
I did. One person when I was leaving here, when I got arrested here
in Georgia.
I seen one of my friends, her nephew. He was in jail,
wow.
And he got out at the same time I did. So we walked down to my mother's house, which was like 2 blocks from the jail.
Oh, you were arrested here in Georgia? Oh, okay.
Georgia, I was arrested in New York as well.
Oh.
Yeah.
But you had 2 experiences being in jail.
I've had.
Were both of them dealing with drugs?
The one here was a bench warrant because of an arrest warrant from 2010 for forgery.
Oh. Okay. Was that to get drugs?
Yes, it was a good drug. Yes, it was a good drug.
My mind.
Yeah.
Okay. So you went to New York. What I want to know, when you were there, what did you see in other people? Because you were talking about the David Project. You wanted to help others.
What did you see there? I just seen the same struggles that I see everywhere. People lost in life. Too lost to reach out and ask other people for help, because of the fear of judgment or criticism or rejection that, is a possibility, because people don't have compassion anymore. You know what I'm saying? People don't have empathy. You know what I'm saying? People don't have feelings for other people's situations.
Did you experience some of those things too?
Oh yeah, I mean.
How did you handle the
sometimes
rejection?
It wasn't easy, because when I was getting rejected, it was from people that I cared for, that I knew, that I respected,
Well, it's probably the drug related.
And it was drug related, and it is what it is. But at the same time, whenever I was doing drugs, I never asked you, the next anybody, even my mother, for $1 towards my addiction.
You did it all on your own.
Because it was my habit. You understand? It wasn't our habit. You understand? It wasn't. You understand? It wasn't a community thing. It was my habit. So once I couldn't support it, then I couldn't do it no more. You understand?
How did you support it during that time?
I was on disability. I've been on disability.
Oh, they don't want to hear that. Okay, so that means you were. Oh wow, you were in a bad place.
I wasn't in a bad place.
Okay.
I don't think like that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
If I had been in a bad place, I would have got in trouble for it. How long ago?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
So you had a little bit of. You had a lifeline.
Yeah.
Basically, because of the disability.
Social Security doesn't give you medical examinations to. They don't give you a physical to see. Let me do your brother, and we need
and they don't house you either.
Yeah, So.
Did you, when you were out there, was it a large community population? Was anybody out there that you saw? Why did you think that you could help them? If you were out there before.
Because I've been there.
Did you help anybody while you were there out there?
If I could.
Did you have any answer? You said if you could. If
I could.
I'm saying, you said if you could, but at the point, did you help anybody?
Yes. Yes.
Well, that's what I'm asking you. Did you? You said if you could, so that means you did.
Yes, that means I did.
Give me an example of something that you did that helped someone else.
It varied. I don't really itemize my giving. You understand?
Well,
I don't chronicleize my giving.
When I ask for that, it's like, give me an example of what you did to help someone else.
Well, every friend that moved from Georgia, I was the first person to move to Georgia. Moved to New York from Georgia, of my friends.
Okay.
Brackets, quotation marks. But they, whenever whoever came, I went to wherever they were coming to that city at to get them, meet them, and take them to wherever I was staying at.
Okay, so you share your space.
I share my everything.
Whatever you
understand? Because there was no, just like when I came here, you didn't say, oh, you need to bring your soap and you need to bring your some toothpaste and you need to, you know what I'm saying? You made it home, because you're in a new city. You know what I'm saying? You got enough going. It's going to be enough for you to deal with being in this city. I don't need to be putting no pressure on you for $1.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Now, baby, not in New York.
They're trying to make it too.
You know what I'm saying? I know you're trying to make it. You understand? And you on a budget just like me. So, why I'm going to try and, what kind of friend is that to milk your pocket? You understand? Even though I know I'm.
Well, when you help them, did y'all help each other?
I help them.
Did they ever help you?
No, they never helped me.
Did they try to help you?
No.
You didn't expect them to help you, so you were fine with that.
I didn't expect it, but at the same time, if I'm your friend, I'm gonna look out for you. When I can, whatever I can. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. You know what I'm saying? And I had to come to a realization many years ago. I'm just me. Nobody else out there is so. There may be some other people like me. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just me.
Well, what you from?
I can't expect you to be like me or to be me. You understand?
Well, when you were out there and you were helping others, did you ever get to a point where you needed their help, or you just stayed?
I needed help many times.
Well, were you like you were talking about other people? Treating people don't know how to ask for help.
No,
were you one of those that didn't know how to ask?
No, I know how to ask. I just didn't.
Okay.
Because it was an invalid request. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you have your own money.
Oh, I got it.
You know what I'm saying?
So you were kind of honest with it. You weren't trying to.
You have to be.
Get over on.
You have. You know what I'm saying? You have to be. Because if I'm not honest with you, then that means I'm not honest with myself.
Wow, that's deep.
Yeah, you see?
Okay. Well, tell me so now that you talk about you're incarcerated, you had the vision. Tell me more about the vision that you saw.
I just seen a facility that would be a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week facility, where people who honestly wanted something different or wanted to regain their lives, whatever that consisted of before, your life strife took effect. Life strife can be many different things. From homelessness, losing your job, your house burn. Just whatever. You understand? Drugs, life.
Life itself.
And so it would be a facility where people would get reconnected,
get restored
to life.
Well, tell me, learn how David. Why did you call it the David Project? Because it's your project.
David is an acronym for. It stands for designated arrival versus imminent destruction.
Designated arrival versus imminent destruction. Whoa, interesting. Tell me more of that meaning.
It's just we all have a destination, and we all need somebody to sometimes change our battery. help us change our battery. You know what I'm saying? Change your battery. You know, because
got corroded somewhere.
It's corroded. It's going down. You understand? You know, it was a weak battery anyway.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's time to change your battery. You know what I'm saying? Restart yourself.
That's a good analogy. Because like they have the David Project would be almost like, you know, those battery packs where you said they recharge.
Yeah.
Okay, it could be, David Project could be something similar to that. Because what you're going to give them, or you're going to provide services for them, but the main theme of it is to
get them back into our routine of life.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
It is going to be, what is it, one time kind of facility? Will you just be like a regular shelter?
It's not. No, it's not a regular shelter.
Okay, they're gonna be staying for.
This is gonna be a live-in helping facility.
So it's more like a program.
It's not a mandatory that you stay there the whole time, because you know you have to be trusted to go outside.
Well, I'm sure the program
to not do what you know you're not supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
And come back in.
So it's like a little safe place.
It's a safe place. It's a safe place.
Well, that's going to be a whole lot of work. You're going to have a lot of people.
It is going to be a lot of work.
It's a big project.
It's going to be a lot of work.
Have you thought about teaming up with others that are doing it similar to what you want to do?
Well, I just, still in the planning stages.
Okay. Tell me about this. Did you see young people? I know the jails are full.
Oh, yeah.
That's
all I saw. That's all I saw. You know,
it's young people.
I saw 18 to 29, 30, 32. Just young. You know, dumb. You know, tattoos all on their faces, and you know, what are you going to do with your life? You understand? With a tattoo of a horseshoe on your forehead. You understand? Crosses and you know all of this all around your eyes. And who's gonna hire you? What are you setting what have you set yourself up to do for all of your life? Is to do what you got in here for. Keep running your drugs and keep on, playing with your little guns and, pop, bang, bang,
So the David Project will help someone. I guess it's a need. It's a need for our young people to encourage.
It's a need, but the thing is, I believe that there need to be more places, not just like the David Project, but so many other places to help, to open a door for others to be able to, when you're ready, because you have to be ready. That's not a easy statement to make. I'm ready. You understand? Because see, when you say you're ready, baby, let me tell you, around the corner is an obstacle. Around the corner is a trap. Around the corner is, you understand, a pitfall. You understand? Because you're ready. You understand? Because you got to stumble. You understand? To make sure, you understand, that you're really ready. You understand? When you learn how to walk, you understand? You got up, you fell. You understand? You learn how to pull yourself up, you fail.
Right.
You understand?
You have something in you triggered
to make you stand up.
Wow.
And when you got to a point where you stood up and you took them steps, you understand? And it was a run. It wasn't just a little walk.
Well, David, it was great talking to you. We're going to have to continue this conversation because it's important, and I want to get a little deeper in it. So we're going to bring it to a close. This session of Keeping It Real, conversation between two brothers.
Well, John, I thank you for the questions. I thank you for everything, and I look forward to our next session.
All right, you hear it from Keeping It Real, my brothers. This concludes this edition of D&J Keeping It Real. What's on your mind? What's on your mind? Keep it real. Let's keep it real. Bye now. This concludes this edition of D&J, Keeping It Real. Bye now.